Hater, rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my then what you talking about? Gangsters moving silent, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. I don't say a word. Was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented? Flexing on these, I'm like Papa.
You know what time it is? 8 a.m. on Stone Road. I'm Hassan.
My name is Meth. So, bro, what are you saying, man? Honestly, bro, like I'm still sore, man.
Yeah, paintballing was crazy.
No, man, it was more than crazy.
I don't know who else been there. I've never gone paintballing. Honestly, I've always wanted to though.
It was my first time, but no one told me to take off your rings when you play.
Yo, I know. Those Cartier rings were glistening in the paint. But no, honestly, it was a great time. It was good seeing everybody. And honestly, I learned a lot paintballing. I had a lot of fun.
You got a lot of aim, eh?
Got a lot of aim.
No. Yo, bro, I'm telling you, when I got shot bare times all over my chest. Like, I don't know.
Really?
Did you get, like, bruised?
Nah, I didn't get hit in the... It was honestly, like, my arm and stuff, but I didn't get bruised or anything.
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. I got, like, bullet wounds at this moment, man.
Really?
Right now, it's kind of cleared up, but... I mean, it was pretty bad.
You're dark. How the hell can you see that?
Bro, that's how hard they shot me, man.
No, I don't think I got hit that hard.
Really?
Yeah, no. I thought it would be a lot worse.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
I think I was like the front line, the soldier over there.
Yeah.
I mean, they were playing like what? Capture the flag, or was it dodgeball or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, they played Capture the Flag.
Oh, they did it.
Yeah, so, yeah, honestly, that was cool.
That's good.
But that was Saturday. What'd you do Sunday?
Christmas shopping, man.
Nice.
I mean, it is that time of the year. I mean,
What'd you get?
Christmas tree, but it's more of a, you know, I realize that
Was it Amber Alert the way your girl find Tiffany?
No, man, it's not like that.
Not like that?
It's not like that. I mean, this is a nice twinkle to it. You know, it has some LEDs to it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's decent, but I just thought, I'm like, yo, the pricing nowadays is crazy, right?
I know.
I wish I got it early, man.
Well, can you even get it early?
I mean, in the sense that I wish I copped one like 10 years ago.
Oh, what, just keep it?
Yeah.
So are you going to keep this one? For
Yeah. It's kind of like that's why we kind of spent a good amount just to have it for, like, you know, for kids and grandkids.
You really think about grandkids? Damn, bro. Damn.
I mean, you got to think about the future, bro.
Bro, that's like...
I know that's another extreme level.
That's like
bro,
future.
Isn't that what we're here for, though? We're talking about the future.
We are here to plan our future, but I don't know. I ain't going to grandkids though yet.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
No, that's true. But yeah, that's exactly, you brought up future. That's the whole point of this podcast, honestly. 8 a.m. on Stone Road. We've been talking with a lot of people. You know, we have done some things throughout the years that, you know, people ask us about, whether it's our even the houses we got, our investments, not only in real estate that we have, so investing in stocks, investing in crypto and everything like that, how we save money, how we made our money, all our business endeavors that we have. Throughout that we actually met a lot of people.
Yeah.
Met a lot of interesting people that honestly have no business talking to us.
Yeah.
You always want to be the dumbest person in the room, so you learn. And we've been the dumbest people in a couple of rooms, so that's why we came here. Especially in our community, you know, we don't have that. Especially as, you know, I'm a immigrant. I think you are.
Well, I was born in Montreal.
Soft.
Hater over here.
So, but yeah, we came together. We were always told, you know, that 9 to 5, and yeah, that's good. But honestly speaking, as a CPA and this guy's
candidate over here, yeah,
Piange over here, that 9 to 5 is definitely not the motive. So, you know, we started reaching out, branching out to other things. Like we said, we did real estate, investing in crypto, investing in stock markets. We tried different businesses, honestly. Yeah. A few have succeeded. Yeah. We sold a few businesses, so on and so forth. So yeah, we're just sharing the information, whatever we learn. A lot of cool people we'll have on the podcast: real estate agents, interior designers, stagers, movers, investors, both crypto and stock market as well, mortgage advisors, so on and so forth. Politicians, we have a couple politicians coming on. I know you're gonna go hard on them, but especially that one guy that tried to break your door. I mean, trying to get your vote, but
not just that, the car. Remember?
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so we have a lot of people coming on, and you know, we're excited for this. A lot of people, like I said, that are probably too famous or popular for us, but for some reason they decided to be on the thing. And yeah, so every week, you know, we'll kind of come in, talk about what's happening that week, put our spin on it a little bit as well. I know a lot of finance podcasts. I listen to a lot of them, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
I do learn a lot, but some of them, they just kind of draw it and they're kind of, you don't understand. So that's why I try to make it. We try to make it more light and stuff like that.
Relatable, right?
Relatable, yeah.
You keep it kind of viewer friendly at this point.
All right, so instead of dragging along, let's just get to it. What you got?
All right, let's do it.
Bro, this FTX stuff is crazy right now.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so by now everyone probably knows about what's going on with FTX and major scam that happened with Golden Boy Sam Bankman-Fried. But honestly, people are not really talking about it as much as you might think. One of the largest crypto disasters ever. Everybody's Bitcoin wallets went from Bottega levels to Steve Madden levels overnight. It was crazy. Just a quick rundown for those who might not know, but FTX is, I don't know if they still are technically, but yeah, they're basically cryptocurrency exchange.
Right.
You can not only do cryptocurrency on it, but you can do all those crazy like financial instruments and complex trades that we talk about on our podcast that are connected with crypto as well. So it was pretty revolutionary in what they did. And basically, they were doing their thing for a long time. They raised billions and billions of dollars. This guy was the richest under 30 at the time. But basically a report came out, and honestly this report came out allegedly by their ops, that basically FTX owned a crazy amount of FTT. FTT is like FTX's version of their token. Actually, did you watch that Netflix documentary, Pepsi Where's My Jet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that one later, but basically it's the same thing. They basically, it's like Pepsi and their Pepsi points and stuff like that. So it's their own token. They can do whatever they want with it. And so when this company found out about it, Binance, they basically sold off all their positions of it. Okay. They unloaded everything. And of course, everyone does what the big guys do. So once they started doing it, everyone else started doing it as well. They wanted to withdraw their money from FTX. Basically, FTX obviously couldn't afford to pay all these withdrawals. And so what they did, basically, they just froze everyone's account for a while, right? You couldn't get your money out. Your money was frozen and anything. And funny enough, all the guy tweeted was basically like, nah, I got you back. Don't worry. Right? So obviously more people started freaking out once they saw that tweet. And I know you don't watch The Office, but for those out there, he basically did his best Michael Scott impression.
I declare bankruptcy!
I actually did hear this one.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. So basically he declared his bankruptcy. And basically he's saying now he doesn't have enough money to pay people and all that stuff. And yeah, overnight, this 30-year-old, like I said, billionaire, he's our age actually.
Wow.
And yeah, like your favorite, he went actually 100 to 0 real quick.
Oh, man.
He lost his, I think he lost 96% of his wealth. He went from 30 billion to, he's still good, but not what he used to be.
Well, his net worth is probably diminished then.
A lot.
That's crazy.
A lot. But yeah, basically two lessons from the story that honestly, especially during recession time, I know people aren't really admitting to it. But people are getting desperate. They really want to get to that bag quick.
Yeah.
And as we've seen with Inventing Anna and all that stuff, scammers be scamming and they are going crazy. And they're not like you. Remember you used to be all that scammers?
Yeah, not of that.
No, I'm just playing. But yeah, basically they're not the usual scammers that we're talking about, going to Holt Renfrew, blowing it on to Miri. But basically they're all well-connected Ivy Leaguers now, right? They're all smart people and they're scamming everyone out of not thousands, but not millions, but billions now.
Oh, that's crazy.
And actually crazy enough, so you know League of Legends?
Yeah.
So the guy was playing League of Legends while on investment call with somebody else, with another company, and they still gave him $250,000.
Wow.
I know, and yeah, honestly, second lesson, stop trusting the ops. You keep telling everyone your plans and stop and not doing anything. Start doing it properly and stop telling everyone about it. So what they did was FTX went to Binance and basically said, yo, help me out. And they're like, yeah, we got you. And this whole thing happened in literally one night. And the guy had a $40 million penthouse in the Bahamas.
Oh, that's crazy.
And yeah, honestly, turned into a prison cell overnight.
Right.
Now they're definitely obviously going to go to trial and everything. Let's see what happens. But yeah, this guy, I use the word potential for a reason. In 2022 alone, he donated $40 million to the Democrat. And so obviously when you got that political power, I mean, who knows what happens, right? So
he's got backed up.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. If it was us, we'd go to jail, but yeah, he'd do his thing.
Oh, Hondo.
But yeah, in finance, honestly, the rule is if it's too good to be true, it usually is. He kept promising that it's going to be the craziest returns ever. He kept promising year after year after year. And yeah, just a quick FYI, no one's ever going to be able to do that. There's a reason, or else they would just do it themselves too. So.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, and this time, honestly, with Amazon, Meta, Twitter, all those companies laying off thousands and thousands of workers, I understand why people are trying to get to the money quick. It's hard out here. Yeah, and honestly, the way they're doing it, they're just sending out some trash email that the intern wrote. Or I don't know if you've seen those like CEOs where they put those like video messages.
Oh,
and basically like, yo, you're fired. But yeah, if you're not sure, make sure whatever you're looking into, whatever you're trying to invest in, do your research. I know you tell everyone that as well. Ask people who you trust. That's very important as well. Honestly, a lot of people would have told you this shit's a scam, but you just didn't want to listen. And the third thing, especially with investment, is use money that you honestly are not afraid to lose. It won't financially destroy you. Take a smaller portion of your income, take a smaller portion of your savings at first. And honestly, as you learn more and you learn how it works and everything, I know that's what at least I did. When I first started doing stock market, I actually did the free virtual stock market. It wasn't real money. It wasn't any of that stuff. And I just kind of did that. And actually with all this FTX stuff, all your celebrities, shout out Steph Curry, he's getting caught up in this stuff as well because he was a celebrity endorsement.
Right.
So stop listening to celebrities with this shit, especially about investments.
That's what they say. So we got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this?
Right? So honestly, it's so true. Like everyone just keeps falling for this celebrity stuff. I don't know why. But yeah, with all this, basically now people are just obviously taking out as much of their Bitcoin as possible, putting it into cash. So actually at this time, hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin are being taken out from exchanges. And with wallets having literally 0.01 Bitcoin left.
Wow.
And this is the highest it's ever been. And fallout will continue from this. And basically, obviously, we know with Federal Reserve, they're increasing rates and stuff like that. Yeah. So if they keep increasing rates, of course, crypto is going to go down. And, you know, maybe they start being more chill about it and, you know, lower the rates a bit. Maybe it goes back up. But honestly, it's going to be mad risky as we continue. But a lot of true fans are staying loyal to crypto and just riding this thing through. But if crypto is something you want to try, I know I do at least. I don't think you.
No, I've never really got into it.
But yeah, I've done in the past Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right now, Bitcoin's actually trading at I think 22,000 Canadian or 16,000 US.
Wow.
But yeah, honestly, as more stuff starts to happen, more of these scams start coming out, the prices will most likely go down.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly. Yeah, all this shit is way down. Holidays ain't hitting like they used to. I know your holidays are still good, but some of us out there are struggling. But yeah, with any crypto, there's gonna be a lot of regulation now. This happens all the time. Even in 2008 when there was a recession and everything, there's a lot more regulation that happens. Whether you like government intervention or not, any type of major collapse, and this was a huge major collapse, it impacted so many companies, so many everything. It always causes it, but people have to do better again at researching the company. Stop going because your man said it. Mm-hmm. Stop just listening to one person. Go do your research.
Don't listen to celebrities.
I know.
Right?
Again, I don't understand why. Like Brady was another one.
Oh yeah.
Like, who cares if Brady? Yeah. So I don't know. People keep falling for that, but yeah, just make sure you do your research. Not just for crypto, just in general. Mm-hmm. Whatever you're looking into, like we talk about real estate, we talk about different investment opportunities. Do your research on top of, you know, even what we say. Enough people were saying that this was BS, but still, you know, everyone's chasing that, you know, get rich quick scheme. So, and it clouds their judgments. Honestly, they probably knew too, but you know, you just get lost in that. People, which sucks though, because normal people like you and me, well, I guess me, I don't know about you, but normal people, they lost their entire savings overnight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's mostly like retail investors, retail meaning like just normal people like us, not like the institutions. And yeah, well, however they managed to save their money, honestly, whatever they could do, they threw it into it and they just lost it overnight. So make sure you're smart with it. You take a risk. I know the sayings, scared money don't make no money, but still, you got to do your research. But one thing too to think about is that you technically didn't lose money until you sell it. Like I know, for example, I own Tesla stock. I own Tesla stock, and yeah, honestly, he would. I remember me and my wife would just be talking about it, and like he would tweet one thing, and the stock would drop, or he would tweet something, and the stock would skyrocket.
Yeah.
So some days you're happy, some days you're not, but until you sell, you didn't make the money, you didn't lose the money. So just hold on. Even Amazon, stuff like that. All these things go through rides. So it's just if you believe enough to
hold on, right?
To hold on. That's the only thing. So yeah, that's for crypto. I mean, for this week.
It's funny that you mentioned that up because you talked about Elon tweeting about GameStop, like those meme stock. I got into that one time because I never what'd you get? I was a little ambitious at the time, so I saw I think it was at 300. Okay. So everyone's like, yo, it has to go up like 800, 900. So I'm like, okay, I'm riding this train, bro, and I rode the train. Like I was making it, and I think I made about 400, right? But everyone's like, just keep riding it. It's gonna touch the moon, right?
Yeah.
Bro, it did not touch the moon. It fell right to the craters of Earth, man. It would crash that thing at like 40 bucks for a stock. So I'm like, shit, I got to cash out at like 190. Yeah. But I cashed out way earlier. Like I did not hold on. But guess what? The week after, it went back up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, are you kidding
I know,
me?
that's the thing, bro. It is risky. I know it is a lot of work, but
it's crazy. But I mean, you gotta take the risk.
Bro, honestly, I regret I did not ride that way.
Oh, you didn't ride that way?
I didn't ride at all. By the time I found out, I legit thought about it, and I tried to like game it. I was like, okay. I remember they were saying like one day is gonna be the Collins day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, at that day, I honestly felt like it was just gonna crash because government ain't gonna let this happen.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, all right, so what I did was I bought it and then sold it right before the earnings call. So I didn't make as much as maybe other people did, but I made enough, and I kind of played it a bit safe.
Yeah.
And then I used that money to start doing all this stuff as well. So
no, that's very cool.
Yeah, you just tried, and
some people got lucky though. You're right.
Some people got mad lucky.
Some people got like about 10,000, man. I tried to be that one guy.
Me, bro. Maybe that was you. That wasn't me.
I was trying to get my next ride at this guy, man. But it didn't happen, man.
You put that down payment on the G-Wagon. I didn't get that either.
No, some people cash out really well, and I mean, it comes to like knowledge as well, right? Some people get panicked, and that feeling of losing your money. Yeah, you got to invest in what you're ready to lose.
No, that's the thing. I do understand. It's easy to say like, oh, you just hold on, but I mean, you went through it, right? Like, once it crashed, that
was it. It was like,
it's easier said than done. It's like there's that saying where it's like everyone has a plan until they get hit in the face.
I agree.
It's easy to talk, but yeah, I guess that's kind of the cool thing as well. You just hold on, and you never know. But obviously, you could go less and less and less.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see.
Man, that boy, 30 years old, It's just
crazy, bro.
That's insane.
But see, that's the thing that a lot of what he did smart. Whether he meant to do it on purpose or not, but these people now, what they do is they pretend to. They don't buy the yachts or anything like that. They don't show their flash. You guys have a nice house and stuff, but they're not riding around Mazda. I think he had a Prius.
Oh wow!
So everyone liked him. He was doing the TikTok videos with everyone.
Oh, it's different because now
he looked like
Gen Zs.
Yeah, I know, but he looked like a complete dork while doing it too.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nah, but that's the thing. Yeah, I forgot what the movement was called, but yeah, he
was humble pretty much at that point, or he showed us.
Yeah. Basically, he's like, yo, I'm not trying to. And so that's why everyone was kind of like I said, the media was completely propelling about making him a superstar, just because again, we're in a day and age where even the brokest people are trying to ride around G-Wagons, taking out triple, quadruple mortgages on their house just to get that G-Wagon. So the fact that this guy is worth, I think, like I said, 30 billion or something like that.
Wasn't flexing as much.
Flexing, driving a Prius. He has a huge penthouse, but like no one actually sees your house, right?
Right. Yeah.
So,
No,
and he wasn't wearing like rollies and all that stuff. So
I can't say I've owned a fair share. I think over you got a whole collection over there, bro.
Just trying to be like you.
Louis Vuittons.
Just trying to be like you. But no, seriously though, it's crazy. But and this is not going to be the end of it. There's going to be every day a brand new thing, especially because of the deregulation. I know that's the attractiveness to it, but just be careful out there.
I think there's going to be a lot of people coming to light. Celebrities wise, one by one, I think they're gonna start getting revealed.
For sure,
it's gonna open a lot of people's eyes. Yeah, I can see that.
I agree. Okay, yo, you watched do you remember that Dropout show on Hulu?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So basically, for those who haven't watched it or those who don't know, basically, True Life Scammer of the Year nominee Elizabeth Holmes. She started a $1 billion company. Theranos. Basically what it was a medical startup company. I'll just go quickly. In the early 2000s, basically the brainchild of her. And basically she wanted to be the next Steve Jobs. They asked her what she wants. She wants a Billy from a young age, right? And this turned out to be one of the biggest scams in Silicon Valley history. Oh, wow. She got a lot of people from this. And so the reason why we're talking about it now is this week she finally got sentenced. 11 years in prison. On 4 counts of criminal fraud and guilty of defrauding investors.
You're doing time.
Exactly. She basically defrauded. She not only defrauded investors, some of them. And honestly, the crazy part about this is not that it was like I know earlier in the podcast we talked about like the FTX and how they did all that, but this one's a little bit different. This one she mostly defrauded like actually like billionaires and like all the most powerful people, not only just in the Silicon Valley kind of area, but essentially the whole world. Major politicians were involved, major CEOs were involved, everybody was involved. It all got frauded. And basically the whole promise that the company has was basically you take a little prick throw it on your finger,
Right.
and eventually you get a little bit of blood, obviously, and you can do all these home tests, like all the blood tests at home, essentially. And obviously, this was early 2000s, by the way. And I don't know if you've gone for a blood test lately, 2022, and bro, we're still standing in line to get those friggin' test results. And they still email it to you or mail it to you and stuff. So, I mean, she was promising mad technology advancements 20, 30 years ago. But, yeah.
She's doing DIY, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty
So
much,
this story is similar to, like we talked about, like Sam Freeman and the FTX, just another smart rich kid, honestly using not only their intellect, but their connections as well. They were both very well connected. I know her parents were very well connected in the Silicon Valley. They had, rich neighbors and stuff like that who helped all that stuff out. And like I said, as a kid, she wanted to be a billionaire. And honestly, she started this company in 19. And I think by 20, she was a billionaire, like something crazy like that. Yeah, she managed to get the richest, smartest, everyone on her side. But funny enough, the whole fake it till you make it, she took it to the next level. I know everyone now, everyone rents out the same Rolls Royce, everyone rents out the same G-Wagon, throws it on the gram that they made it.
Yeah.
But she took it to the next level. She dressed like Steve Jobs. She even faked her voice to make it seem more, and I kind of get it.
Professional?
Not that, because like at that time especially, it was all like men. So everyone kept treating her like, oh, she's just like the woman. She just whatever, who cares? So she wanted to be a little bit more stronger, I guess.
Assertive.
More assertive, more impactful. So she kind of even made her voice deeper as well to fake it, just to seem more powerful.
Yeah.
And yeah, she basically just brought in a bunch of companies and everything, a lot of corporations as well. Even one time it wasn't working, so she took some existing machine, just slapped her logo on it, and yeah. So basically, as you study all these, honestly, I do this a lot. I read a lot of about entrepreneurs, how they started their businesses and everything. And as you study them, whether they're doing good for the humanity or they're getting into their Anna Delvey bag, it's all about having an idea and just going for it. And just figuring it out as you go. Everyone keeps thinking about having the best idea, then the best plan, and then just go through with it, see what you can do. Another example, this is, I don't know if it's scam or fraud, but nothing that severe. But Damon John from Shark Tank, right? Yeah, he started FUBU. Basically, what he used to do is he would do the big artists at the time, if they wanted to wear FUBU, and he wanted the best quality for them. So he would take a Ralph Lauren shirt, rip the label off, and throw his label on it, FUBU label. Yeah. And now the guy's holding damn, this is crazy. Yeah. And now he's telling everybody about it as well, right? So he wasn't worried about going to the factory, making the best shirt at the time. He's like, yo, let me just put it on him, and then we'll figure it out after. And then obviously he built what he built today.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
So yeah, yesterday's mortgage is not today's mortgage. Canada's mortgage rates are going up, with no sign of slowing down, right, as of yet. OECD out here begging the banks not to slow down on rate hikes. Basically, with this economic uncertainty, people are trying whatever they can to slow it down. Everyone has their own method, and it's hard to kind of align it that way. Feds are predicting though that interest rates can go as high as up to 5 to 7%. And with inflation alone, which a lot of people can relate to, whether it's groceries, clothing, cars, whatever, we've seen on average 11% increase from last year alone.
Jeez.
Right. So everything is going up except for our wages, obviously. Unless your wages are going up 11%. I know mine has not.
Mine
has never gone up 11%. But yeah, so when we're looking at mortgage rates, it's very important to know the different types of mortgage rates. This one is going to be more specific to variables. So when we're looking at variable rates, when you're comparing rates, always know the best mortgage rate you can possibly get will always be when you put less than 20% down.
Right.
The reason why is because anytime you put less than 20% down, at least in Ontario, you have to get mortgage insurance on top of that. With that, basically the banks know that the money will come. If you can't afford to pay it for whatever reason, the banks will come in, step in, and pay off that difference. So banks are safer when they have that mortgage insurance. Therefore, they're willing to give you a lower rate. And as we looked already this year alone, the rate has already increased 4 times this year on an average of 75 basis points every single time. And just in time for holiday season, the bank's going to hook you up and send you out a letter to everybody saying how much interest rates are going to go up again.
I mean, it's just like the next first or second week of December, right?
Yep.
It's insane. And I mean, that's not the end of it, right?
Nope.
We're expecting more hikes. I think by mid next year, we're saying about 0.5% is what Bank of Canada is actually saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's still a bit of interest that's going to be increasing. And, it does, like you said, it mentions it's going to be affecting for the variable. It's not more so for the people that are kind of locked in with fixed. Obviously, with fixed, you're going to be paying the same amount over the course of that term, the 5-year term. But for variable, it's going to be fluctuating with just the prime plus the interest rate that is going to be going with the market. It's crazy because, people are kind of forecasting, what's going to happen to this real estate market, right? And how are we going to afford these houses? And it's really tough because how do you make that first property, right? And how do you purchase this? And they really got to consider, okay, which route do I take? Do I take the closed variable or do I take the fixed rate? And given for last year, I think we were at about 1.35 at the time.
Yeah.
Variable, right?
Exactly. Yep.
And fixed, it was still pretty low at the time, I would say. But in the fairly given sense that, compared to now, it's significantly higher.
Yep.
And now what's happening is, say if it was 1.35 last year, we were looking at about 5%.
Easily. Yep.
And we're just talking about 1 year.
Yeah, they're saying 5%. You're saying on a good, hopefully only 5%. They're saying it could even go up to 7%. So,
and it's crazy because I'm thinking, like I did personally, we did closed variable.
Okay.
So we did 5-year closed variable, and we went in the low interest rate. So we were like, we're gonna do a bit of a savings. We did 20% down. So we did kind of remove like the whole mortgage insurance. We didn't take that. But given that sense, we are going back and looking at it like, our monthly payments is going to increase. And what happens is, say that your mortgage payments are going in, your monthly payments are coincided with your interest as well, right? So once your interest goes up, your monthly payments is not going to go much to the principal. It's actually going towards your interest more now.
That's crazy, yeah.
And what's happening is, at some point, the bank is going to say, hey, you guys aren't really paying down your mortgage right now. You're paying more on your interest.
Right.
And what they're going to do is now they're going to issue a letter called trigger rate. And that's kind of what's going to happen for, I would say, 50% of bank population in Canada. The bank is going to issue saying that, you guys are going to be hitting the trigger rate by this end of this year.
Yeah, exactly. So they were saying that, about 50%. So half the people that have a variable rate will either be really close to or actually on that trigger rate.
Yeah. And it's kind of worrisome because now you're not essentially paying down your principal at all. You're essentially having more interest, but that interest is not even enough. Now you're actually passing that limit. So you don't even have any buffer region whatsoever. Your monthly payments is not even covering anything at this point. Your mortgage is going to keep going up, increase.
Right.
And obviously you got to do some actions there. And it is a frightening way of, being in a position like that.
Yeah, so banks are trying. They will either change your amortization period, 25 year to 30 year. They're trying their best, but honestly, it's kind of like a Band-Aid. And as it keeps going up and up and up and up, the Band-Aids have to change. And so I don't know what they're going to do, but honestly, it's going to get to a point where
it's a bottleneck.
Yeah, you're just going to have to suck it up and just do it. So pause, but...
There are some action items you can do for a trigger rate, right? You can kind of avoid it in the sense that there is one option, which is lump sum payment.
Okay.
For myself, I can't do that. And obviously, you got like the cash flow coming in from left to right, everywhere, right? No. But there is the lump sum payments. Essentially, what you're doing is you're pushing out your payment. So your interest is right here. You're creating a bit of a buffer margin, and then you're kind of giving a more additional principal that you're kind of leveraging with, right?
Okay.
Obviously, I don't like that route only because say you're at this margin, right? And let's say next month or 2 months later, you're going to have the interest spike up again.
Yep.
What's happening is you're reducing that tight margin now. You're essentially going to run into the same scenario what happened 2 months ago. So that's why I'm like, you have to get that lump sum payment ready. And that saving fund that you have to have on the side ready to go. So I would say as real estate wise, it is tough. For the people that do have that extra cash ready, it's a perfect idea. I would say what's more reasonable in the sense that is to consider doing monthly payments and increasing that. You can actually do that a bit of a budgeting. So, you can actually set aside $200 additional and put it on your monthly payments.
Yeah, so keep in mind there is every mortgage has a different percentage that you can hit. I know mine, I think, and this is pretty standard, is 10% monthly and then I think up to 20% for the annual.
Yeah. And obviously it does vary in certain scenarios. Obviously different banks have different procedures and different payment plans. So just obviously talk to your bank advisor as well to get the full financial advice. Obviously we're not professionals, but we do experience this because we are going through it ourselves. And this is something that we're seeing and, just offering that advice as well. But I guess the last scenario is what we consider is switching over to fixed rate, right? And obviously that I believe that has a bit of implications as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you can switch between variable and fixed anytime. Fixed, of course, in the name, fixed. There's different fixed levels, but usually the most common one is 5 years. That for one of my properties, I am in a fixed rate currently. Fixed rate usually tends to be higher than variable rate. But the thing is, you're fixed, you're locked in. So if variable rate could go up, you never know. It can go exceed the fixed rate. But yeah, you can always switch between the two. There are penalties for switching to both. The variable rate switch, I think, is only 3 months interest usually, something like that. And fixed rate is definitely a lot more than 3 months interest. So keep in mind that it's always easier to switch variable to fixed. If you're never sure what you want, honestly, it's not bad just doing variable rate. And then especially if it's a very quick closing that you have to do, it's always safer just do variable rate. You can always change to fixed. Once you get in that fixed, banks always say they got your back, but just like anywhere else, they don't really got your back. So they're going to definitely try to milk those costs from you.
Well, they're in it for themselves, right?
Exactly.
And the more money you lend from them, obviously you're essentially paying them back.
Right.
Less money for yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are tools that we use sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Just like anything else, do your research, shop your rates. One thing I know we both use is rates.ca.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's not only just for mortgage rates, it's for insurance. Literally anything that has a percentage or something like that, insurance, mortgages, credit cards, everything, you can compare all the rates. It's very, very easy to use, very straightforward. You put in exactly the financial, how much down payment you want to put, how much the price of your house is, all that stuff. You want fixed, you want open variable, closed variable, whatever you want. Even you want 3 year, 5 year, they have all that stuff. So you can see exactly who gives you the best rate.
Right.
And I know when I did, at least, I don't know if you did, but even though we locked in 120 days, I would still check that every single day because you can even price match with your bank as well. Yeah. So just kind of have that. I still have that bookmarked. We're always looking for new properties to invest in. So I always have that bookmarked. I always check. I throw in the property I'm interested in, and then I take it from there and see, what works and what doesn't work. Yeah,
no, I agree. And it's always good to keep researching and always keep your eye out. Like you said, shop around, different banks, different lenders have different features, different incentives, hidden incentives as well. So, I mean, we'll get more deep into that in later episodes of our releases. So we'll see in that. And as likewise, like the calculations that we use, the formulas that we use, we'll be producing that on our videos as well.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be throwing up separate videos just so it's easy to see, easy to check. And we'll go through it step by step. We'll even have templates. So even if the calculations might be a little too advanced for you, you just throw in your numbers and put it in. We always have people asking us to help us with this calculation, so feel free to message us, email us, whatever you need. We're always willing to help, and
And obviously, you guys do yourself the research as well, and as numbers always change. They're pretty much as a common number that always change throughout the day as well, as we've seen with the interest rate spikes over the year. So definitely, we'll hope you guys wishing the best, and hopefully
save your money and
and lock on.
And especially to you, good luck.
I'm going to hold on to my interest as much as I can.
I might have to return your girl's gift.
There are certain things you can return.
Christmas tree might have to get returned.
That's definitely back on his refund soon. Along with everything else.
Of course. But honestly, we'll keep everyone posted with the increased rates. You have a first-hand example of somebody just like you, maybe somebody that's going through it. I know I'm lucky. As of right now, I don't have any variable. All the fixed rates I have on all the properties so far they're all fixed and locked in at a good rate. So
we'll see how it goes.
I don't even celebrate Christmas with my girl. Might get a gift. So we'll see.
I mean, you might as well take my Christmas tree.
Exactly.
I got a good deal right now.
I might have to take that.
But we'll see how it goes at the end of the year, and we'll stay tuned.
For sure.
Right side. Buchanan with the cross in towards Alphonso Davies!
So as we know, Alphonso Davies has just become the first person to score a World Cup for Canada.
Jeez!
First World Cup goal in Canadian history, and
bro, it's not just that, It's first 2 minutes.
I know. Honestly, it was crazy because we played a good game against Belgium. Yeah. And so we did have a little bit of momentum. I know we lost the Belgium game, but I mean, to be that close with Belgium.
It was tough, man.
Yeah.
And to be versing against Belgium in such a high elite team, bro, they only managed to score, I think it was 1 goal, I believe, against Canada.
Exactly.
So it's crazy.
It is crazy. But as we know, of course, Canada has officially been eliminated from the World Cup. We do have one more game against Morocco at the time of recording. So honestly, we don't know what happened. We really hope Canada obviously does their thing.
Yeah.
They did make it to the World Cup. They did their thing. It's just funny that our parents sacrificed a lot, leaving countries that never made it from the World Cup. And I mean, we're here now today. But honestly, shouts out to Canada.
I mean, to be honest, bro, they did do really well. And I gotta say, 7 of the players are straight from Brampton, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Brampton's very own.
Well, the captain, Hutchinson, and I played with 2 of the players as well.
Okay.
Jonathan Osorio and Daniil Henry.
Oh, shoot, no way.
Yeah. And Daniil Henry actually played with him back in, I think it was middle school.
Okay.
But he's a defender, and right now he is injured, unfortunately. But, he did participate with the team.
Yep.
He was able to, train with them as well.
For sure.
But so you got the feel of the experience of what a World Cup is like, and obviously you get to meet these elite players and learn from them as well. Canada's definitely gonna have that chance to come back again from that. And honestly, Jonathan Story, I played with him back in high school.
Okay.
And I still remember those days. We were playing European handball.
Okay.
During gym class too. This is back in grade 9, I think.
Grade
right?
9, okay.
And it's gym class. Come on, European handball is not my thing, right? And we're sitting.
You're usually good with handball, though.
I try. I get around.
You're usually good with handling, though.
I got a lot of handles, right?
Yeah.
But this one, it was just it was funny because we're sitting on the bench and the Jonathan Story comes up to me. And he's like, "Bro, man, why? You should just told me." I'm like, "Why? What's up?" And he's like, "Bro, you should just told me you're not trying. You're shit." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Yo, I can't play European handball." He's like, "Yo, you should have told me because I can't have people like you on my team." And I'm like, "Damn!" Even at that time, grade 9 gym class, he was very competitive. He had the competitive nature. And this is where he's at. I'm playing his player in FIFA now.
Bro, you let his girl know. She could have sat courtside, not the middle row.
Bro,
nah, I know.
You know what it is? I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to have that competitive nature since the beginning. And he's done it. And honestly, hats off to him, man. It's really good.
That is crazy, though.
But I just think about it and I laugh about it till this day. It's just a funny story, right?
That's the thing, though. People are actually dedicated with it. Especially soccer, you got to run that shit early.
No, you got to do it early, right when you're born, man.
Exactly.
It's a skill that you build to it.
Yeah, true.
No, it was good.
So who you got? I know some of the games are done. We have not hit group of 16 yet.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? Who you got so far? Has anything changed for you? What are you thinking?
I mean, you know me, man. I'm a diehard David Beckham fan. Shout out to David Beckham over here. But
David Beckham look fan, fan of his looks.
Nah, man. But honestly, man, if I were to go with the team, I would say Portugal has a good chance. I would say Portugal has a good chance.
I don't know about that,
bro. Have you seen Ronaldo cry in his first ever game? Bro, he's hungry, fam.
He's hungry. He's been hungry.
He's been hungry, but this is it. Because you know why? I'm telling you right now. I hinted off. He's getting to the age where I think this may be his last World Cup game that he's going to show.
Yeah, he's what,
37 or 39 or something. Bro, he's getting, and then another 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
I mean, it's coming to Canada, the America, right?
Right.
But I don't think he's going to be there. And so he's going to have that drive and passion to take his team to the next level. And I mean, what better way for the GOAT to go down as to win the World Cup, right?
GOAT.
I mean, he's the GOAT, man. I'm telling you.
The GOAT.
But I'll be honest. I mean, I do see Portugal win, but I do want England to go far, obviously. You gotta... I stick with my number 1 fan team, but I see potential in Portugal being the top. Yeah. What about you, man?
Honestly, I don't see Portugal at all. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. We'll see.
Honestly, that's the thing about World Cup is you never know. It's just obviously the one game you're done. So maybe you're right. I don't see it, but I'm going France. France is too ill.
Cheers.
Mbappe's looking like you out there.
He's flying, man.
Bro,
that guy's quick.
As of right now, 3 goals already.
Yeah.
The rest of the squad obviously stacked as well. So I got my thing on France. But I know I said the same thing about actually before World Cup. Honestly, if you ask me, I would have said France or Belgium.
Right.
But Belgium just always has that thing where they're stacked, they have everyone, but for some reason they just don't gel together. I think whether they take their skill for granted or whatever it is, they just don't do it. So and especially in this teamwork and it matters a lot, right? I don't know, but I would say France.
I'd say France is a pretty stacked team. I would say, I mean, they're pretty solidified. I mean, you've seen the past scores; they've been pretty nice. And I mean, Mbappe is pretty quick. I've been watching the way he plays, and it's crazy. But no, nothing close to Ronaldo, man. He's an old guy. don't get me wrong. Mbappe is a youngin now, but he's got quite a bit of energy, burst of energy too.
That's
but
crazy.
I still say Ronaldo, man, because Ronaldo just came out of leaving.
Yeah, but it's not just Ronaldo; it's the whole team.
But I'm telling you, I know it's the whole team. But
Ronaldo couldn't do it when he was 25, 30. Like, all of a sudden he's gonna do it?
No, man, it's the drive, bro. He left Man U.
A Man U snipped him. No,
it's the other way around, man. It's disrespect, right? I mean, it's disrespect. So you gotta have respect to play. But so he's have all this back, the pushing drive that he's gonna now put it on his team. I feel like, it's not just a one-man team, but it's the leader that takes you to the team to the next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's what he's gonna do, and he's really gonna make this as a driving passion to, be number one.
Okay, and so for obviously tomorrow's game, Canada-Morocco, what are you thinking?
I mean, come on, bro. My blood runs red and white for Canada always, so I'm always gonna go for Canada.
You literally just said you want England to win.
No, but for Canada versus Morocco, you gotta say Canada.
You
gonna say Morocco at this point?
Nah. I'm gonna say Canada. Honestly, I hope they do something. It is a big momentum builder. People do remember it. I know you can argue like what's the point or whatever, but no, it does make a big difference, and it'll build that excitement and momentum for
experience, right? And we are in the World Cup next 4 years, right?
4 years, yeah.
So this is a good momentum, like you said. It'll be a good experience, I would say. Like, get them ready for the next hype,
Do you want to say anything to Rosario before you head out?
Nah, that's how it is. That's it. That's all I gotta say, man. No, but he's done it. Middle row. That's it.
All right,
that's it.
The way he said it was a girl in high school. All right. But let's see if tomorrow happens, and
let's see how it goes, man. But on to the next one.
Yeah, and thank you for tuning in. 8 a.m. on Phil Road. You already know what time it is. See you guys next Wednesday.
It's your boy Meth.
It's your boy Hassan.
Peace out.
We out.